Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Be Real, the podcast where we talk about real life, real struggles, and real life hacks from young people just like us. I'm your host Aarambha, and today's episode is all about future jobs and dreams. Joining me today is Ethan Shotwell, who's currently studying in Aberdeen Grammar School and is in S4, who has big dreams in sports, medicine, and businesses. Welcome to the show, Ethan.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's a real pleasure.
That's awesome, Ethan. Stay with us till the end because we have a really interesting Did You Know section facts about youth careers. So, section 1, icebreaker or quick poll. Ethan, if you have any job in the world, which one would you do? Just pick one.
If I had to pick one job, it would be to be a cricketer. What about you?
I would probably want to become a pilot because I find it really fun to travel around the world in a plane and enjoy the view. Yeah, listeners, what would you choose as your dream job? Give us in the comments. So, section 2, main topic discussions. Part 1, dreams and inspirations. So, Ethan, what are your dream jobs?
Well, my first dream job, again, is obviously to be a cricketer because my dad, he used to be a cricketer when he was younger, and once I was born, when I became a bit older, around 8, he pushed me on to start cricket for Manfield, and ever since he's just been pushing me on to become a cricketer, and now it's my passion, and I just really want to become a cricketer now. My second would be something in the business industry, preferably to follow up with my dad's businesses. You know, he owns a real estate business, and I'm really good at business in school, so you know, I want to use that to my advantage and take over his businesses and probably, hopefully, use it to make even bigger projects. And then my third one would be to become a doctor. I'm not sure what doctor yet, but something in the medical field, because a lot of people in my mum's side are doctors and they work in the medical field, and I just feel, you know, I've got help and I can use that to my advantage to push me on to maybe become a doctor. What about you?
I really want to be like a pilot, as I told you before, to enjoy the view, and as it pays a lot of salary too, and also because I find it really cool. And my second option would probably be like a podcaster, as we're doing right now, to ask people about their daily lives and like find interesting stuff, and I find this really interesting too. So Ethan, do you already do anything related to these dreams or to achieve these dreams?
For the medical field and something related to business, the most I can really do right now is do as much as I can in school. I've taken Nat 5 business and Nat 5 biology and chemistry, and I'm just, you know, pushing to work towards A's and high grades. For cricket, I currently play club, regional, and hopefully national, because I played national last year, but this year we're still awaiting selection. What about you?
As for a podcaster, I'm doing a podcast with you right now, and I find it really fun and interesting to talk to people about their like interests and hobbies, like I'm talking to you right now. And for a pilot, I go to air cadets where like I can speed up my endurance and speed and learn about other things about how to fly a plane, and they also give me sources or like games like flight simulator to practice landing and flying. So that's really great, but what inspires you to become like one of your jobs, like cricketer, businesses?
I think what inspires me the most is my family, because again, my dad, he really wants me to become a cricketer. He's really trying to push me on to become a cricketer. And then on my mother's side, you know, she's doing the best she can to help me. You know, she's providing me they're both they're both providing me, they're both supporting me, and yeah, they both really inspire me to become a cricketer.
Yeah, the thing that inspires me is probably my dad and my mum, just like you said for you. They really help me, like, organizing this podcast where I can talk to people, and they also send me to air cadets to, like, learn about things, and that's what inspires me a lot, that they're trying their hardest. So now it's time for part 2, challenges and advice. So Ethan, do you ever feel stressed thinking about the future?
If I have to be completely honest, all the time. I'm always stressing about the future, and it really bugs me whenever someone brings up my future, because, it's just really stressful thinking about how can I go from what I am now to what I may be in the future, and I'm just a bit worried if it'll go positively or hopefully not negatively. What about you?
Yeah, I also get really stressed to think that there are so many paths to, like, go, like, just like you said, cricketer, businesses, or medicine. You have many paths. Same, I also have, like, many paths, like podcaster, and I get quite stressed thinking about that, and that's why we're really young, so exploring is, like, the best way to learn. Yeah. So finally, what is the biggest challenges kids face while deciding their future? What do you think?
I think one really big challenge is competitiveness, especially in the, like, sports area, kind of, as I think sports, for example, cricket, again, maybe football and rugby, those sports have really been popping off recently, and I just feel as if there's been more people competing, and it's therefore making it harder for everyone to try reach the standard that they really want to play at. What about you?
Yeah, I also think it's quite competitive to, like, do stuff like you said in cricket.
Yeah.
And I also find it quite not good when, like, people ask us about our jobs too early, and, like, it just bugs me into, like, I don't know what to answer because I can't think of it right now, or I don't know when. So, but I think it's quite okay to, like, take time as we're young right now.
Yeah.
So it's time for a part 3. Guess the job description. Are you ready, Ethan?
I'm ready.
Okay. You can guess. Someone who trains hard to represent their country in sports. What do you think that is?
I think that is an athlete.
Yes, you're correct, Ethan.
Nice.
So, number 2. Someone who buys, sells, or rents properties.
That will be a real estate agent.
Yeah, 2 times in a row, Ethan. So finally, someone who saves lives and treats sick people.
That will be a doctor.
Yeah, you got it 3 times in a row, Ethan. And now it's time for section 3, top 3 segment. Ethan, what are your top 3 dream jobs?
My top 3 dream jobs are to become a cricketer, as I said earlier, something in the business industry, hopefully something to do with properties, because that's been a really good element in the business industry lately, and to be a doctor.
Yeah, why would you want to be these jobs? Like, their descriptions or, like, salaries? Why?
I believe all 3 of these are really high-paying jobs, and they also, I believe that they can gain you a lot of recognition in that field, and also I think it boosts your opportunities up. You get a lot more opportunities and, again, recognition. What about you?
Yeah, my top 3 will probably be, just like I said before, becoming a pilot, as it's a really high paying job, and you gain a lot of recognition from it, as there are really, like, a lot of famous pilots who've saved people, and I also want to be something like that. And second would be a podcaster, just like I said before, to talk to people about their life, and I find it really interesting and cool, and sometimes it also gets really funny. So, and finally, I would probably become a movie director, as I watch quite a lot of movies, and I think I would excel in, like, directing people how to act and do stuff so they can go in the right pathway. Now it's time for Section 4, Audience Interactions. These are questions from episode 2, Social Media, Fun or Trouble. So let's see. Question 1. George, who lives in Aberdeen, says, I spend too much time on TikTok. Is that bad for my future dreams?
I mostly side on the negative side because I feel that there's a few negatives, and such as TikTok and YouTube can sometimes get really addicting and it can take you off the wrong path. But then there are some stuff on TikTok and YouTube that can be really inspirational and that can help boost your future. There's, for example, tutorials and there's tutorials that can help boost you. And I just feel, although there are lots of cons, there are some really good pros. What about you?
Yeah, that's a really good opinion from you, Ethan. Same as you. I think it's really good, but it also has some cons. But if you balance both of them, like studying and stuff, and TikTok and social media, you can get really good at your job and creativity. But it also kind of depends on how you use it. Like you said, there are many tutorials if you watch like inspiration stuff, like there's something called In a Nutshell, which describes about things in space and other stuff, like eating junk food is good or bad. Yeah, that's why I think it's quite good but also bad at the same time. Question 2 is from Josh, who lives in Glasgow. Says, can social media help me with my future job?
I believe social media can help you with your future job, but there are some costs. I believe that social media can help promote you, it can help you gain recognition, but then there are some costs, such as like if you make a mistake, as there's been an increased number in social media recently. I feel as if that one mistake can cost you everything. Is like, social media is a lot more accessible to a lot more people recently. And therefore you could get some heat from social media. What about you?
Yeah, I also agree with you, because like your accounts and stuff can get hacked and leaked, but you can also learn various skills from social media like YouTube by following tutorials, and you can also follow experts like influencers, for example, and you can also share your progress by like posting stuff. And if you want to be an influencer, that will help a lot. And of course, the tutorials online are really helpful.
They are,
Yeah, question 3 is from Nita, who lives in Nepal. Says, how do I stay safe on social media?
See, recently there have been a few apps like Instagram and I think TikTok that have introduced parental control. So it controls your hours, it controls what you see, and and I believe that if you want to stay safe, you should let your parents know about this, and they'll surely install the parental control. And what about you?
I also agree with you, but you know how in schools and Chromebooks they use like a software which blocks explicit content and like doesn't let you play that much games, because they want you to focus on your studies more than playing games on your like school Chromebook. And I also think that you shouldn't share your personal information and always keep your accounts private. And you should also ask like your parent or a guardian before posting something online to see if they agree if it's good or bad. And finally, question 4 from Abraham, who lives in USA, says, I want to be an influencer. Is that a real job?
See, I fully believe an influencer is a job, because in the recent years there's been many influencers like Mr. Beast, David Dobre, and many more that are influencers, and they've been popping off recently. So I fully believe that an influencer is a job. What about you?
Yeah, I also believe that an influencer is a job, but you need to have a lot of discipline and hard work, just like other many jobs. And also you have to maintain your like content creation, like not like upload a video in a day and not upload a video after like a month or two. And then you should also like think that school stuff should come first before like many things, as you're just 12 right now and like should be focusing on your school stuff first. Now it's finally time for the Did You Know section. Did you know that several huge companies were started by teenagers? Like Facebook, which was started by Mark Zuckerberg when he was only 19.
That's really inspiring. That's cool.
Yeah, and YouTube creators like Mr. Beast and Ryan Trahan started filming as teens. Yeah, you know how like he has created videos since he was quite young.
Oh, I did not know that. They've been popping off recently as well. Yeah.
And did you know that the fastest growing jobs are like all about technology, like cybersecurity jobs and like robotics, engineering?
I did not expect that. That seems really cool.
Yeah, that's quite cool, to be honest. Now it's finally time for the closing. That's it for episode 3. Thank you so much, Ethan.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you, listeners. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Watch us on YouTube, National Press UK, and watch us on Facebook and visit National Press UK on the podcast section. Until next time, let's be real.